Hang on, guys. I gotta get this stupid thing to stand up. I gotta get a new tripod for real. That's not gonna work. All right. Let me just lower this TV. I was checking the weather. I don't know. I don't know what the weather's doing. It looks like it's raining right now. Okay. Okay, let's go to the top. Honey, what would he say to me if he could? The water sign. Okay. That he's not ready to move forward. There's a delay around happiness. And that he's been pretty heartbroken lately. So I don't know what's going on in his life, but that's what the cards are saying. Oh boy, hang on for 1 second. Jesus, hang on. What the heck is happening here? I have friends coming over tonight, or I was supposed to have friends coming over tonight to watch that movie Heal. And it's been like kind of touch and go. Like they were supposed to come over Friday, but then my one friend, his flight got delayed, and then we were going to do it today, but then the weather was up in the air, so nobody. I've been home since 12:30. I haven't heard from anybody, and now they all just started texting me just as soon as. I mean, that's just how it goes. As soon as I go online, that's when everyone needs me. Adriana, what's coming in new to me? Okay. What's coming in for Adriana? Okay, it looks like you're no longer going to be holding yourself back, right? You got justice surrounding you, and you're going to be working super hard on a project coming up that could be something done around your house, or it doesn't have to be. They could be two different things. It could be working really hard on a project and also spending a lot of time at home, decorating your house, that kind of stuff. It looks like you have some money coming in too. It could be money that maybe you didn't expect or you weren't planning on getting. Or it could be more money than you thought you were going to get. Okay. Does my spirit team have any messages for me? All right, let's check out the spirit cards. Spirit cards. The Eight of Air, an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. The Five of Earth, fear surrounding money, the wisdom to accept help from others, uncertain self-employment. You know, it's really funny how many of us are really unhappy or uncomfortable with asking other people for help. Release, Archangel Azrael's around you right now. The end of a phase or a situation, spiritual transformation, time to move on. Okay. So I think that the spirit world wants the guys in the spiritual world want you to ask for help when you need it and to move forward and not look back. Maria, is Julia thinking of me, the Aquarius? Okay, let's see. Yeah, definitely. Got three aces. Amorous. What blessings are coming in towards me? Okay. You've got money and passion coming in. So I'm going to say that this looks like an activity that you're working on or a project that you're working on very passionately that's going to bring in a substantial amount of money. It looks like it could be a creative project. There's a lot of passion around it. You have the Ace of Wands. Make a wish, you're going to get it. So I don't know if you have something in mind. Something that you do creative, like some kind of creative hobby that you do, but it looks like you're going to be working on something pretty hard and it's going to end up paying off. Andrea, what are Patrick's thoughts about me? Okay. Well, it looks like he may be showing up with an offering of love here. Use your intuition. He may be feeling bad about something that happened in the past. And it does look like there's a third party around one of you. I don't know if it's you or him, but it looks like there's possibility for there to be a love triangle coming up here in the near future. Just chilling. What did the Leo think of the pictures? Okay, let's see. Okay, so I don't know what these pictures are of, and I don't know why he would be looking at them, but it shows that he feels balance and money around them. Oh, here he is, the wands. And then it shows the tower, which is a disaster. So like I said, I have no idea what these pictures are of, but it looks like he sees money, but then he feels like there's an impending disaster. I don't know. That's what the cards are saying. But that's kind of a tough question to answer. Elisa, is Joe finally letting go of me? Okay, let's see. I think he's starting to realize that things with you and him aren't going to work, but I don't think he's letting go of you that easy. Not yet. I don't think he's ready for that. AJ wants a career reading. Okay. You're no longer going to be holding yourself back. You're moving forward with great passion, and it looks like you got a lot of money coming in. You could end up in a creative career, and there's going to be an offer presented in front of you that's going to make you leave the past in the past. You could be leaving a job behind or leaving an old career behind and moving into something a little bit more creative. Anna, why does Christopher hide his feelings towards me? You know, I hate to say this because it's very general, but a lot of guys are not comfortable with expressing their feelings or showing their feelings. But let's see what the cards say. Yeah, see, he's not moving forward here. He's stuck. And because he feels so stuck, he also feels like he hasn't hit victory. He feels like he's got no power. He may be focused on work or school or whatever it is that he's doing right now, which could also be making him a little distant. But I think overall, he's not dealing with his emotions, which are making him feel weak, where he may be thinking that if he did deal with his emotions, it would make him look weak, if that makes sense. I think he would feel stronger if he actually manned up and dealt with his emotions more. Um, Nana, 2020 love reading. Okay. Okay. After a betrayal, you leave behind what no longer works for you. You leave behind the arguments and the bickering, and out of the blue comes somebody new when you least expect it. Use your intuition. I think this person is a water sign, a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio, and the relationship will be built on solid ground. So if you just went through a heartbreak or some kind of a betrayal or something that was upsetting, you should be moving past it with somebody who really wants to have a real relationship. Okay, well, my new ads, will my business boom this month? Okay, let's see. So you have a 70% chance that the business takes off. I think that overall, yes, you're going to be very successful this month. You may have a minor disaster because the tower's in reverse. So something may not pay off the way you want it to, but I don't think it's going to be a big deal overall. I think you're going to do very well this month. Hosen, will my ex Diaco come back to me, or is it over? Okay, let's see. Is the ex coming back? He's coming back. He's coming back, but one of you is going to be feeling, I don't want to say like a loser, but like they didn't get victory. So I don't know if he comes back and you see him in a different light and you reject him, or if he comes back and it just doesn't feel the same to you and you reject him. He's coming back. I'm not so certain of the outcome. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes, you hope somebody comes back, you're waiting to hear from them, and they show up, and you're like, you know what? You were never really that great. Something like that could come of it because the Six of Rods is in reverse. Cade, how does Gabriel feel about me, and will he contact me? Okay. So he's going to contact you definitely. He's definitely coming forward. He could be coming in with an offering of love. It's like he goes back and forth about it. He's kind of afraid to come forward. I think he may be afraid that he's not ready for a commitment or he's not ready for things to move forward. But then on the other hand, he wants things to move forward. So he's kind of like a little bit right now fighting with himself. He'll get past it. What's the matter? Did you drop your bone? I got to get up and pick it up? All right, I'll get it. Oh, Dylan. Oh, you got your two dollies down here too. You got your Lammy and your monkey. Lammy and your monkey. All right, hold it with your foot now, buddy. Hold it with your foot now, buddy. Aw, oh, damn it. Who was that I just did? Kate, okay. Alyssa. Will I make a good counselor? Okay. You make a very good counselor. Yeah, very good. And it may be something that you really enjoy too. Marth. Leo's thoughts around me today. Okay, what's going on with the Leo today? Okay, so he feels a couple of different things. First, he feels like he's got a lot of choices around him. And he feels like a little bit argumentative today. So if you haven't heard from him or you haven't seen him today, I wouldn't reach out because I think he's in some kind of a funk. He shows here that there's victory around him. So I don't know if he's thinking about moving forward or he's going to reach out to you. I think that by tomorrow, this funk is going to clear. So if you hear from him or see him tomorrow, I think you'll have better communication tomorrow. I don't know. It's like he seems to be in a funky mood today or fighting with somebody. Gracie, is James the one who asked me what I wanted for Christmas? All right, let's see. I got a 70% chance, yes, but I also am showing worry around him and money. So, interesting. Maybe he was hoping that you were going to say something cheap because it shows that he's got a little bit of worry around money, or maybe he was wondering, or he may be thinking that you wanted something really expensive and maybe he wouldn't have the money for it. But either way, I think it most likely was him that asked. Krista, how is the Libra feeling about me currently? Okay. This is the Roman goddess, Greek goddess card. So they feel very good about you. It's like the highest of all the cards that could come up if somebody were to ask about, how they're feeling about me, this would be the best. Love, money, prosperity, anything that connects to the planet of Venus, which is the planet of love. Just be careful when this card shows up. It's also the card of birth or conception of a child. However, he's also feeling a little undecided and he's not sure what to do. So he's got feelings, but he's not really ready to put the ball in motion yet. Sister Moon, Seth said negative things about me to Noah, which he admitted, and then Noah unfollowed me after pursuing me for a year. What does Seth say? Okay. I can't tell you exactly what he said. I'm not going to get like a dialogue, but I can give you a rough idea. Yeah, there's arguments and fighting going on here. So there was definitely not nice words. Anxiety. Now, this could be the anxiety around Seth. I mean, there is a reason why he spoke bad about you to someone else. And it was probably out of his own anxiety that he didn't want to see things move forward with you and this other person, because there's no real reason, other reason. Like, think about it. If there was somebody that um, you didn't want to be with anymore, like, would you badmouth them, or would you just be like, well, good, you deal with them now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why would you go out of your way to talk bad about somebody? And it looks like the things that he said were said out of haste, anger, and he wasn't thinking before he said them, and now he can't take them back. So I don't know exactly what he said, but it looks like they weren't nice, and it was out of his own insecurities and his own fear as to what was going to happen between the two of you. Shay, did the Libra D mean it when he told me to move on? All right, I'm getting a 70% chance that he meant it, but that he also said it out of haste. So it's like meaning it in the moment. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he means it. I don't think he means it, but it's like saying it in the heat of the moment or feeling that way in the moment. Whenever things like that come up, somebody tells you to move on, or somebody telling you, oh, I'm with somebody else, the best thing to do is to cut all of your energy away from them. He's going to town on that bone. Cut all of your energy away from them. Try your best not to think about them, because they can feel that subconsciously. They pick up on that. So I wouldn't reach out to him. I wouldn't stalk his Facebook. I would forget that he exists right now, because he's going to feel that, and then we're going to see what happens. See, a lot of times I find that people will get an answer like that, and then all of a sudden they're trying to work harder. And then that pushes people further away. So I would just go about your life, pretend he doesn't exist, and then we'll see what happens. Because he's not going to like that. Ram, is Pedro coming back? Yeah. It doesn't really show that he's went anywhere. He's definitely around. Crystal, when is a good time to get my own apartment? All right, we need the other cards for that. Where did my bag of tricks go? Oh, there it is. The Seven of Spades. The spades would be this fall. I don't think it's going to happen this fall. It could be next fall or the month of July. 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months, the month of July. I don't think that right now the timing is great. I would wait maybe until July. Hold off a bit. Shay, will Daylon want to see me in person this month? Okay. All right, you only got a 33% chance, which would indicate to me it would be at the end of the month or the beginning of the new year. But he's going to want to see you in person soon. So it wouldn't be like next year. It would be like, end of December, beginning of January. Marth, does Leo have anyone else around him? Okay, let's see. Anybody else around this Leo? There could be a fire sign around him, a Leo, Sagittarius, or an Aries. Now, there could be that, but there also could be another Sagittarius in addition to, it comes up fire signs, but it also comes up with Sagittarius. So there could be two other people around him. Julie. Will this other woman leave Rich alone? Okay, whenever there's another woman or a third party ever, it doesn't matter who it is. It could be his mother. It doesn't make a difference. The best thing to do is to focus on the third party, not focus on the third party at all. Like, focus on where you want this guy to be. So if you want him to be with you, you focus that he's always with me. You always want to forget about what you don't want and not focus on it. And what happens is people get fixated. Like, people get fixated with, are they still together? Is he still seeing her? Are they still speaking? And all of this is going out into the universe, and those emotions are very strong. And then what happens is it cultivates more of that. Now, you don't know what goes on in their relationship, right? So they could hate each other, but they're still in communication because that's all that we're thinking about. They could be fighting and they could be miserable and they can be unhappy, but the truth is that you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You're just seeing, that their status on Facebook is that they're still together. Big deal. Big deal. I mean, it doesn't matter. But those kinds of fears and jealousies and thoughts like that go out into the universe really strong because we're human and we don't want to be hurt and we don't want other people to be more important than us and whatever. So my suggestion would be to imagine that this person has met Mr. Wonderful and they're gone. Their white horse pulled up with their knight in shining armor and they're gone. They want nothing to do with this guy anymore. They think that he is not good enough for them. They've moved on. Imagine that. Send her somebody wonderful so that she fucks off. And she will. That's what's going to happen. Because that's what you're putting out there. See, I always tell this to people. There are so many, and it's usually women, that are fixated with, does he think she's prettier than me? Or there's somebody else around her? I got to go searching. I have to go through his phone. I have to go through his Facebook. Oh, why did he like that picture? It's more so women that do it than men. Some men, but not as much. And what happens is we have got a lot of men out there that are cheating, that are leading double lives, that are doing all kinds of crazy things. But the woman is putting it out there. They just don't realize it, and they're hung up on it. I hear it all the time. I mean, people will contact me all the time, and they want to know all about her. It's more about the competition with her than it is the man. So just be careful with what's going out, because that's what's going to come back. And let's face it, there's always going to be somebody who's prettier, thinner, younger, smarter, richer. They're just going to show up. That's how it is. But if you focus on you always being the best and the highest, that's what you're going to get. Crystal, will I get a Christmas gift from Christopher? I think so, yeah. I think so. Ram, is Pedro going to try to make me jealous? don't think so. Oh, there's only a 33% chance. So with percentage that low, it's usually like people that are around him for other circumstances other than because they want to be. Like it could be somebody that he works with, or the next door neighbor, or the cashier at the grocery store. But it's not somebody that there's nobody around that he could really make you feel jealous with, because there's nobody there that's of real substantial worry. And then he also feels like kind of like a loser. So I think that he's not in the best place right now. He's feeling like he's the loser. Like, that's the thing. In every situation, you can show up as the victor or you can show up as the victim. So you make that choice in every situation. So it took me a long time to learn how to do that, and I'm still working on it, because I think that it was some kind of protection when I would brace myself for, oh, well, he likes her better, or, well, it's easier for him to be with her than it is me, or whatever kind of nonsense I came up in my own head. But I think it was a way of protecting myself and being ready for the other shoe to drop. And learning how to change that is it's a process. It's not the easiest, but it's, you can do it. You just got to work on it. Sweet thing. We had an argument last night. How does his action feel? All right, let's see what he's thinking. What's he thinking after this argument? Yeah, he's feeling like a little off balance. And he's feeling like he doesn't know what to do now. There's a delay in happiness around him. He may be kind of like sulking right now. And he feels like he's at a crossroads and he doesn't know what to decide. I think he's going to come forward. I think it just may take him a little bit of time before he mans up. He may be suffering a little bit with his ego. Maybe like, well, I'm not going to do this, that, and the next thing. But eventually he will. Marth, does Leo think I have other people around me? Okay, let's see. It's only coming up with a 33% chance he thinks that you have other people around you. It does show that he's a little bit, like on one hand, he feels here with the Eight of Wands, like you're not going anything, you're like going anywhere, you're always going to be around. So he doesn't have to step forward. And then on the other hand, though, there's transformation. So it's like he's stuck between feeling like I should do something, I should step up, and on the other hand, being like, time is on my side. So I don't know what that's about. He comes off a little bit cocky, almost like he's in control. He does what he wants. And, well, that could also be kind of typical. Leo tends to be, they can kind of be all about themselves sometimes. So I don't think that he's really threatened by anyone else at this point. Kayla Lopez, does Jarlin hide his feelings from me? Yep, definitely. Definitely. A lot of, it's usually men, but women do it too, feel like if they can keep their emotions in a little box or a little jar, then they can keep them in control and they're not going to like lose control. And it seems like he seems to want to ignore things or not deal with them rather than confront them head on. Crystal, how does Christopher feel about me now? Okay. coming in with an offering of love. He's feeling a little bit like there's relief, like he got relief in the situation or things are working for him, and there's magic around him. So he may be feeling like he has got things together enough where he can move forward with you, or he's going to be trying to move forward with you. His energy is much lighter. Like he feels a lot lighter these days. Um, hmm. Krista, will the Libra get out of Two Swords energy and approach? Let's see. Yeah, he will. First card here is the Hangman in reverse. He will. It may take him a minute, but he will. Go back up to the top. Um, Anna Garcia, what does Christopher hide his feelings? Why does Christopher hide his feelings towards me? Okay. It's going to change. The situation changes quickly, and there's going to be offer in front of you that you're going to see, and you won't be able to refuse. Don't worry about it. He's going to get over it. Hang on a sec. Sorry, I don't know what happened, but it shut, like, I don't know. I hit the wrong button or something stupid. Now that's going to be, I got to get a new tripod. I am up to Maria. Julia, what was Julia thinking about you? Or let's see. Well, it comes up now. I don't know. You got Justice and the Star. So it could be Libra and Aquarius, or this could be how she's feeling. Lucky, or she's going to make a wish, and you may be feeling like you got justice around the situation. So it's hard. I can't give you exactly what somebody is thinking or what somebody is saying, but I can tell you what the cards mean. So it would be either justice around the situation and she feels lucky, or it could be she's making a wish, and because she makes a wish and straightens up this relationship with you, you feel like you get justice or karma steps in. So it's good. Whatever it is that she's thinking, it's good. It's not bad. Anjali, will I be traveling to India in December? And my visa be stamped without issues. Okay, that's good. I think you're going to be traveling. It may not be free of complications, but I think that you're going to be traveling. The Knight of Cups is in reverse, so that could be a hold up or a hang up or some kind of an issue, but I do think that you're going to be traveling. Kayla, what does Jarlin feel for me? Okay. He feels very passionately about you. He's coming in out of the blue, and he's leaving things in the past behind that no longer serve him. He's prepared to move forward. However, sometimes he gets cold feet. So I think that this may be a little bit of a timing issue with him. He wants to move forward. He wants to come in out of the blue. He's hoping that you can create something here, but he kind of gets in his own way and gets a little bit afraid and backs up. So just, you know what? I wouldn't get upset or angry or worried about it. I would just give it a little bit of breathing room. Alexandra, will I pass probation at work on December 20th? Okay, let's see. Hey, Bubby, you got your bone? Go ahead, I'll move it. Go ahead, lay down. I think you're going to be fine. I think you'll be fine. Oh, here, somebody donated through PayPal. May I have a love reading for Jameson and I in the next few weeks? Okay. Okay, love reading for Jameson. Oh, you got a wish around you that comes true around an offering of love. You got a water sign here. I don't know if one of you is a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. And this could be somebody that enters for you regardless of him. It could be a side thing that the water sign comes in. But it looks like you get your wish around him and that he comes in out of the blue. Use your intuition. Use your intuition. I don't know what's gone on between you and him, but it does show a little bit of betrayal or feeling deceived. And one of you is going to be holding yourself back. So like I said, I don't know what went on in this relationship or what transpired, but it looks like maybe he did something to you that made you feel deceived or let down or whatever. That's going to go into the past, but they still urge you to use your intuition. He's going to come back in with an offering of love out of the blue. But if he's not the water sign and it's another water sign, that water sign may be a better match for you. And you may be kind of at a crossroads at that point, thinking, do I want to go back with somebody that deceived me or that hurt me, or do I want to pursue something else? Where am I? Alicia Martinez. What did Angel feel yesterday when he saw me? Okay. He feels magic and justice, and he feels the Wheel of Fortune, like something is destined to happen between the two of you. However, he feels like he also put in some hard work and didn't see a payoff. So he may be pulling his energy back a little bit temporarily. I think he's going to come forward within the next couple of weeks. You can see a change in him, or you can see him moving forward in a different way. Ram, how is Pedro feeling about Will liking me? Okay. See, the thing here is that he feels, I don't want to say he feels threatened because he doesn't feel threatened, but he kind of feels like he could either feel that there was a connection between the two of you and he's a little bit jealous of it, or he feels like he doesn't measure up to other men that are around you or that you could be with. So he feels like inferior to them. Now, of course, it has nothing to do with these other guys. That's in his head, but that's how he's feeling. And then that's like, we can almost see that in some of the things that he does. So he's not thrilled. And I think that there's a level of jealousy that he has with Will, or he feels like how do I say this? Like, I think he feels like Will is just naturally, I don't want to say cooler, but I can't think of a better word. Like Will is naturally cooler than he is. I don't know. Like he just feels inferior to him. So it kind of like it wounds his ego to see and feel the whole thing. And you know, you can pick up on energies of people when they get close to you. So he can sense it. You know, like I was just telling the story. I had to go to Walgreens to pick up my vitamins yesterday. And I was waiting at the counter for some time, but I could see that the girl was helping the drive through. So I was standing there. I mean, I was just coming home from work. I wasn't in a rush. But this woman came up behind me, and she didn't come up behind me. She came up next to me, which it was like her whole energy was like she was going to jump in front of me if she could. She put her milk down on the counter, and it's like I could just feel her. And it was like she didn't even have to say anything to me, but I could feel that she was like, where is this woman? Why are we waiting? What's going on here? Whereas I was just standing there, but you know, our energies were totally different. So he can sense the energy that surrounds the two of you. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think he likes that. I don't think it sits right with him. Um, all right. If some of you can stop reposting so many because it's making it hard for me to find where I've left off. The same question keeps popping up for a couple of people. All right, Maria. I have court on December 3rd. Are they going to drop the case? Okay, let me see. I'm only getting a 33% chance that they're going to drop this case. It also shows that you're going to be working hard and you may be feeling a little stuck. I don't know that they're going to drop the case. I don't know what the case is about, but according to the cards, it may not get dropped. Or there's work that needs to be done. You might have to do something first. Okay. Um, Crystal, Darley is coming back to me, and why? Oh, is he? And why? Okay. I don't think he's coming back right away. I wouldn't count on it before the end of the year. It may take a little bit more time. Oh, I skipped one from Ram. Let me go back and see if I can find it. Ram, can you just post the question that I skipped because I can't find it? Yeah, I can't find it. If you could just post that question again. All right, I'm going to go back up to the top. Beirut, will he make a move or should I give up? Okay, let's see. I think he's going to make a move. But look, I wouldn't tell you to sit around and wait. Continue doing things. Keep your energy up. Keep your vibration high. I wouldn't sit around waiting for the phone to ring, but I do think he's going to make a move. General reading for Darlene. Okay. Somebody from your past is returning with an offering of love coming in. They could have some money around them. They may be an earth sign. You also have a water sign here. So you've got an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo around you. You also have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. You're going to have a soulmate connection coming in. If you're already with this person, your relationship moves to the next level. Use your intuition. If you're not with anyone, two people could come in. One could be a soulmate relationship. Use your intuition. Christina, what does D feel for me? He's a Virgo and I'm a Gemini. Virgo and Gemini are the smart signs. All right, here's the Virgo. And here's the Gemini. And in between them is the soulmate connection. So I think that if you haven't heard from him or things haven't moved forward, he comes in out of the blue or it happens out of nowhere. And you're going to be prepared to move forward. I think that somebody here, I don't know which one, maybe a little bit skeptical of moving forward because they're dealing with some kind of pain or sorrow from the past, some kind of regret. But that's okay. You guys are going to move on. You're going to feel like you made it to the top of the mountain with this person. You guys have a good connection. I am up to Zara. Should I unblock him and then how would he react? Okay, let's see. I'm only getting a 33% chance that you should unblock him, but it does show that there could be a transformation coming. It wouldn't be right away, though. So if you unblocked him today, I still don't think you'd be hearing from him so soon. You may want to give it a little bit more time, maybe wait a couple of weeks and then unblock him. See, it's interesting, and a lot of people go through this, and I've gone through this before myself, where you curse someone out. And then you're like, well, is he going to call me? And then it's like, you make it impossible for them to reach you. And then you're like, well, how come I haven't heard from you? So it's hard, right? When you put the energy out there of like, I don't want you to contact me ever again. But your intention really is, I want you to apologize and make this right. So the cards are suggesting that you shouldn't unblock him. But I would give it a couple of weeks and then I would unblock him because I feel like If you want him to come forward, you have to be accessible. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't lock yourself up and not, like throw your phone in the toilet and then be like, well, why hasn't he called? You know what I'm saying? So it's hard when we get into these situations because you want to stand up for yourself, right? And you don't want to be a doormat. But when you're coming from an ego place, and it's an ego thing if you block somebody or if you tell them off, because it's obviously you're hurt, then it makes it really impossible, or you're setting up so many barriers that they have to jump through or break down to get to you. So I would give it a couple of weeks before you unblock him, but then I would. Cade, how would a relationship between Gabriel and I be? Okay. It looks like it may be a little bit dramatic. So it shows first unbalanced, and then it shows undecided, and then it shows one of you holds themselves back. And that there are choices around you. So you may have more choices around you than Gabriel has. However, it does show that there is a possibility of a happy home. You need to use your intuition. On the other hand, there is also somebody backstabbing the other person, but then you get your wish. So this could be the kind of relationship that just has to go through a roller coaster before you finally get there. I'm not saying it could never be, but the happy home and the star card are good indications that you could have a good relationship at some point. But it does look like it would be a little bit of like a shit show for a while. Or dramatic, overly dramatic. Anna, did Jay read my emails and open them up for us to talk? All right, let's see. Did he read the emails yet? I think he did, and I think you will be speaking to him soon. Let's see. Well, this is a great card to pull, even if we weren't dealing with timing. This is the Two of Cups, which is the soulmate card. But you could be speaking in 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, the month of February, or your relationship can move forward in the spring. I think you're going to be hearing from him sooner rather than later. Maybe 2 weeks. Coco, Kay's current feelings for me. Oh, what about Ram? Ram and Kirsty, I missed your super chats. Can you type in the questions in capitals so that I see it? And I'll do it as soon as I do. I think I have a couple. All right. Christy, you don't have to. I see yours. Let me do Coco first. But Ram, I think I skipped one for you. Let me know if I did. All right, so she's feeling right now like you two have a very strong spiritual connection, and she's leaving things in the past that no longer serve her. So you may be hearing from her. She could be leaving an Aries behind, or a strong authoritative figure, and she may be moving forward with you fast with the Hangman in reverse. This could be the kind of thing that comes in out of the blue. I think that she has feelings for you, and I think that she's a little bit regretful on whatever happened or why she's not with you now. I don't think the grass was greener on the other side for her. Okay. Let me do Kirsty first, and then I'll go back. What is Slip and Slide Company preparing for me to do? They plan on reaching out to me after the holidays. Okay. Let's see. Are they reaching out after the holidays? They're going to reach out to you after the holidays, and they could be coming in with an offer. I don't know. Do you want to work for them? They may make you an offer of some type. You have the Three of Wands in reverse, which would indicate no longer waiting for your ship to come in. The ship pulls up, and then balance gets restored to your life, and it could be something that's destined. You'll feel like all the hard work that you put in is finally paid off. So I think that they may offer you a job or something. You know, like sometimes things come up. It may not be a 9 to 5 job. It could be, a independent contracting thing or something of that nature. Okay, I got a few more minutes. Elisa, where will I meet this guy coming in 2020? I can't give you an exact place. I can try to give you some kind of a location, but I can't. Like, I can't tell you you're going to meet him at, Mel's Diner. I don't know. But it does look like there could be somebody that's either around your job or around their job, something having to do with the job. So, for example, it could be you meet somebody because they work at the hardware store, or you're working in the mall and you meet them in the mall, like that kind of thing. It comes up around work. I can't tell you exactly where, and I can't tell you if it's yours or if it's his, but I think it's going to come in around work. There's lots of pentacles around it. Anna, does Jay still love me and see a future with me? Okay, let's see. He does. He definitely does. Oh, yeah, Ram was skipped. Do you know what the question was? Because I couldn't find it. It maybe disappeared. Let me know if anyone saw Ram's question. I'm going to do general for TD, and then I'm going to go back to the super chats. All right, TD, you have a job offering coming in that's going to make you very successful. It comes in out of the blue. It's going to bring you a substantial amount of money. There also is a level of adventure coming in around you. Be prepared to move forward, and the end of anxiety. So you got some good stuff coming in. It might not happen until the beginning of the year, but Mary Elena, he says he doesn't know what to do. Will he know soon? Did I miss anyone else, or I just skipped Ram? That was it? He's going to need a little bit of time. My suggestion would be to not discuss this with him anymore. Don't bring it up. Don't talk to him about it. Just give him a little bit of space and let's see what happens. I'm looking for Ram's question. And Miss Rosie, has Libra given up on me or will he come forward? Okay. He comes forward. He comes forward. It may not be, the holidays screw up a lot of people. Don't get concerned if it doesn't happen around the holidays, if you have to wait a little bit longer than that. But he's going to come forward. Oh, Jennifer has Ram's question. Okay. Oh, I answered that question about how Pedro was feeling about Will. Was there another one? Because that one I answered. I said in a roundabout way, Pedro was kind of jealous. Maybe there's another one that I missed. All right, let me go back up to the top. I only have a few more minutes and then I have to get going because I have my friends coming. Wolfie. Oh, damn. It's just disappeared. Shirley, how are you feeling? I hope that you're feeling better. Me hack, does the Libra miss me? Yes, very much so. Charity, is there a future with Emmanuel? Okay. Yes, there could be a future with Emmanuel, definitely. All right, I'm going to do this person because I don't think I've ever answered for this person before. Mirror Candy. How is he going to react to the fact that I have unfollowed him? Okay. All right, how's he going to react now that we unfollowed him? Oh, he's pissed. He's really pissed. Look, 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands. Good. He's going to come in out of the blue. He may have some sharp words for you, but then you guys get over it and the relationship transforms and moves forward rather quickly. Good. He's pissed. I like that. You're going to get your wish. So put that out into the universe. Whatever it is that you want, you're going to get it. So focus on what you want. And if you want him to show up, he's going to show up. Oh, you really pissed him off. I like that. All right. Um, all right, Miriam, I saw this question yesterday and I never got to it. So let me answer that quick. Moderators, if you have questions, you can send them in. All right. Miriam wants to know about the spirits, right? Hang on. Let me just make sure. Because I definitely saw this yesterday and didn't answer it. All right, I'm pretty sure it was about spirits, spirit guides. All right, let's have a look. Ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. The Emperor, Archangel Michael, I love when he shows up. He's an awesome one to have by your side. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, and leadership. The Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. So to the 2 spirits that you have around you right now, Archangel Jophiel and Archangel Michael. Call out to them with whatever you need. Which other super chats? Did I miss some? I don't know if I missed any. I'm going to try to come back on again tonight after the movie. We'll see how I feel. If I got it in me to come back on tonight, I'll come back on later. And tomorrow's up in the air because of the weather. Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity, career advancement, change your life now. Six of Fire. Victory, good news is on the way, public recognition or awards. The Nine of Earth. Enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. Okay. Unapologetic Mel, will capital approve me for the car loan if I apply with them? Okay. I think so, yeah. I think so. You get a 70% chance. And then you have the Queen of Cups here. So if you're a water sign, that goes up even higher. I think so. The thing about car loans, somebody told me once, they're easier to get because there's collateral involved. If you don't pay it, they come and take the car. So I think you'll get it. Brandy, why did Deborah choose Tiffany over me? Okay. You hungry? All right. I heard him flipping his dish over. Hang on. Oh. I got to bring his food in here because he doesn't like to eat alone. He won't eat if I leave the food in there. He's got to eat with me. Why did Deborah choose Tiffany Terry over me? Okay, so that goes back to the same old question that we always have with the third party. Something in your mind had to think that somebody else was better for you or somebody else would be chosen over you in order for this person to show up. It has nothing to do with her, nothing. It has everything to do with how you feel and what you're putting out there. So you want to change the energy of the situation, and you want to see somebody else really wonderful showing up for her and taking her away. You want to be the only person in his eyes. Now, to be realistic, men are attracted to a lot of women. It's just how it is. Women are attracted to a lot of men. But if you focus on being number one in his eyes, that's going to get reflected back to you. So I don't care who he's with right now for 5 minutes or what's going on for next week. In the long term, if this is what you want, you have to cut out all of these other people because they're not important, and they can move forward with somebody else that's better for them. Wish them someone better. Hope Prince Charming comes in and takes you away. Oh, yeah, the sale is going on till today. But if you buy it today, I won't get to them until tomorrow sometime. Okay. Did I do all the moderators? Any other moderators in here? I don't think so. All right, let me do Jennifer. Should I go to the Christmas party? And if yes, how should I treat him? Okay. Okay, the card suggests that you should go to the Christmas party. So before I'm a total hypocrite, I'm going to just tell you that I don't know what happened between the two of you, but if it was me, I probably wouldn't go because I know myself. And I know that if something was going to make me feel bad or whatever, I wouldn't go. But the cards are suggesting that you should go. So if that's the advice that we're getting and you do decide to go, I would treat him as if there is nothing wrong. You always want to try to keep the playing field totally even and just treat him like nothing is wrong. I don't know what went on, but doesn't make a difference. Be friendly, be normal, be casual, and see what happens. There have been many situations where I chose not to go because I didn't feel that I would be, I'm very sensitive. So if something is going to hurt me, I would just not go. If you feel that way too, my suggestion is to not go. I mean, I wouldn't put yourself in that kind of a situation. However, the cards indicate that you should go and that you should keep there's no problem. Everything is fine. Hey, how you doing? that kind of a thing. Well, that's why. So it's not. So in other words, it's not. He didn't pick her over you. See, other people are reflecting back to us what we believe. So it's not something like the answer is whatever you think. All right, let me put it this way. I don't know if I can explain this, but I used to go through this with my friends when we were in high school all the time. We used to talk about the girl that always had the boyfriend, right? It didn't make a difference. She could be with Rob for 2 weeks and then they break up and then the very next day she's with Tim. Like that's just how there are some girls that are like that. So my friends would be like, well, I don't understand how come she always has a boyfriend and I never have a date. And I used to say to them, it's because she does not like those guys. She doesn't give a shit about them. So she's with them because it's very easy. You are absolutely crazy about that moron and you think he's the world and nobody else can add up to him. So that's why you won't date anyone else because you just want to be with him. When like, when you just date anybody just so that you have a boyfriend, they're not at a higher level than you. If you want to be with somebody and you have them on a pedestal, like I always use James over there as an example, right? Oh, you can't even see him. Everything's blocking him. When I went to see him in concert, right? He's on a stage. He's up there. I'm down here. He's higher than me, right? He's a star. That's why we call them stars. So he picked her because she doesn't care about him and she doesn't feel about him the way you do. And you may have him on a pedestal that she doesn't have. Also, she doesn't feel about him the way you feel about him. And you called in the third party because that's what you were focused on. We all have done it. I mean, I literally spent 2 years sitting in a bar waiting for the third party to show up. And eventually she did. I didn't realize I was doing it at the time. So to ask, why did he pick her over me? It's because that's what you were waiting for. And that's what I was waiting for. I literally, looking back on it, went to the bar. I had a crush on this guy. I went to the bar hoping that we were going to hook up or meet up or hang out. And I used to see all these girls come in and throw themselves at him. I don't know, I guess there's something about women liking bartenders. I don't know. And I never saw him with anyone until the day that somebody showed up and he was with her. And then they got married. And like somebody can only pick someone over you if you put yourself in that situation. And it's not like I can't give you an answer like because she's prettier than you or because she's smarter than you or because she's thinner than you, because there's always going to be somebody smarter, thinner, prettier, has more money, whatever. Sometimes relationships work because they don't work. Sometimes two people are together because they don't care about each other and they don't care what the other person is doing. They just need to be in a relationship. There's a million reasons. I think that this comes back to what you've sent out into the universe as far as third parties are concerned, because I see it happen all the time. I've done it myself. I've done it myself more times than I care to admit. I mean, even with the guy that I dated for 10 years off and on, he married somebody behind my back and never told me, and he was still seeing me. So let me ask you this question. How in love with your wife are you if you're still seeing me? You just got married. So you can't, a third party will always show up, and it has nothing to do with the third party. It has everything to do with us. So if you were to compare me to any of these women that were chosen over me, the whole idea is being picked or chosen. Well, if you're in a situation where you're making yourself be picked or chosen, you're already setting yourself up to fail because you're already looking at something like it's a competition. And there is no competition. See what I mean? And it's kind of a lot to wrap your brain around because it always seems like, it seems like a lot of times people come to a crossroads and it's a love triangle. Well, you have to choose between me and her. Well, here's the thing. As long as you're looking at the situation like you have to choose between me and her, he's always going to choose her. Doesn't make a difference who she is or what she is, where she comes from or what she looks like. So it gets, it always comes back to us, but yet we don't know that. We think it's about the other person. And it's very interesting. And 9 times out of 10, we don't realize it until it's too late. And then here's another thing. this other idiot, I still hear from him and he's still looking to hang out with me. So, but it's like I let go of him. Of course. You let go of him, you don't want to be with him anymore. And then he's like, but I love you. Really? Well, then maybe you shouldn't have married someone else. But it's water under the bridge. He's actually a good friend of mine now. But that's all that's all he'll ever get. All right, now I got some super chats here I got to get through. Marth. Was there anyone before Marth that I didn't get to? Leo had his feelings towards me. Okay. The Leo's got a lot of regret around this situation. I don't know what happened or what didn't happen or what he wishes could have happened, but it's like, I don't know if he feels a little bit betrayed or he feels like there could be some sharp words that go on between the two of you. Use your intuition with this guy. He's feeling, I don't want to say he feels like he's given up, but he feels like he like things wouldn't move forward, or like he feels kind of hopeless right now. I don't know why, but that's what's coming up today. Okay, Manise. What's happening at work this week? Okay. Looks like you may feel like you're a little bit quicksand and that you're kind of not putting in any effort this week. Feeling like you're waiting for your ship to come in. I don't know what's going on around work that's not making you happy. But I think by the end of the week, it's going to start to change. The energy starts to change around the situation, and you may start to feel like finally things start moving forward and you get a payoff or something. Something makes you feel better by the end of the week. It also does show that you're leaving behind things in the past and that you're going to be walking away from something. I don't know if that's the job or if that's going to be something different. It could be two different things, but it looks like the first half of the week is very stagnant and slow, and then the second half of the week you start to feel a little bit better. All right, so I'm done with the super chats. Let me go back up to the top. All right, I got like 2 more minutes. Phantom wants to know who's heading my way in love. Okay. You have a Taurus coming in. It's going to be somewhat of a slow mover, but it also shows you're going to have choices. Somebody else shows up that has a good deal of money, and they're going to be right up front and open about what they want. So they're going to want to move forward with you. They come in with an offering of love. They may be a water sign. So you could have a Taurus. You could also have a water sign, a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. And they're going to be pursuing you hard. So you're going to have options coming up. There's going to be a lot of options coming up here. Okay. All right. So I made it through all the super chats. I made it through the moderators. Is that true? Let me do Lena. What will my relationship with Kay be like? Okay. And let me know if I did the moderators and I did the super chats. I think I did. You have a soulmate connection with this person, and it's very passionate and transforming, but it looks at some point there could be a third party called in. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be on his end. It could be on your end. Just be careful with that. And then it looks like the relationship slows down. It may hit the skids, and then you may have to reconnect at some point. All right. All right, Malapale. I'll do Malapale and then I'm going to go because I have to straighten up this house a little bit before my friends show up. Charity, I thought I did one for you a while ago, unless it was a different charity. If I see the question, I may remember it. Malapali, is the Gemini hurting because he can't be with me without any disturbances? Okay. Yeah, he is. I wouldn't say that he's like, he's upset by it. He's upset by it for sure. It's something that weighs on his mind, but I mean, I wouldn't say that he's like in a deep depression over it, but it's definitely something that upsets him. All right, guys, I'm going to go now, but I'm going to try my best to come on later tonight. We'll see. If I don't run out of steam, I'll be on tonight. Otherwise, sometime tomorrow. My issue with tomorrow is I don't know what the weather is going to be. If the weather is bad and school is canceled, I'll be on in the afternoon. If school's not canceled, I won't be on probably until nighttime. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.